Oh geez. So with this title and the name of my channel, it's a good thing I can't monetize yet. Hey, it's John from Adults Have Toys Too. Part of the experience of our toys, gadgets, and gizmos is buying them in the first place. I have a toy coming up that I would like to showcase. However, it's hit a bit of a snag, which now turns this into my first commentary video. Yay! Stick around for a story of locks, New York, ice cream, and the art of customer service. And yes, a pickle. My house has become quite the smart home, but building it up over the years means I have multiple different apps on my phone to control everything. I had the Ring app for my Ring doorbell, the Kevo app for my Kevo door lock, and Nest for my thermostat, smoke detector, and a few cameras. When Nest updated their subscription fees from a per camera fee to one fee covers them all, I decided I might consider a Nest Hello doorbell to downsize on the number of apps. So during holiday shopping, I saw that B&H had a special for a Nest Hello doorbell along with a Yale Nest lock with Nest Connect. Remember that part for later. B&H Photo and Video is a New York-based camera shop that's expanded to ship all over the world. This growth is by and large word of mouth through good customer experiences. They have salespeople who actually know what they're talking about and have an interest in the products that they specialize in. Remember that part too. You can see how that would be a breath of fresh air, especially if you've ever been to a Fry's Electronics.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
I know more than you.
B&H overall has been a great company to me and is a widely respected company at large. But not to knock their decades of experience, I think they might still have a thing or two to work on with their customer service aspect. I placed my order for the Nest Hello and the Yale Nest Lock with Nest Connect. A few days later, my package arrived and I got to work installing my new tech toys. No problem with the doorbell other than it's a pain to drill into brick to try to install it. Uninstalling the Kevo lock and installing the Yale Nest lock was more involved than your standard door lock, but not overly complicated. Then came the step to connect my lock to the network. This requires the Nest Connect. I looked through all the boxes and I couldn't find it. Then I looked at the box that the lock came in. This was the one that did not include the Nest Connect. You would buy this one if you already had a Nest Connect or you had a Nest alarm system which it can connect to. I checked my order just to make sure I didn't accidentally order the wrong thing, which wouldn't be the first time I did that. But no, the listing clearly specified with Nest Connect. No big deal, I could see how a warehouse would mix those things up. I'm sure the packaging is very similar. So I called up B&H to try to resolve the issue. Here I could tell that the person I was talking to was not familiar with the Yale Nest lock. Remember when I said they're great with things that they specialize in? A smart lock isn't a camera or a tripod or an audio recorder, but that really shouldn't be an issue. They have all the same information in front of them that I do. I explained the issue, and they saw that the listing specified the version with Nest Connect. I asked them to be willing to just send the Nest Connect separately, since they sell it as a standalone item and I had already installed the lock on my door. They told me no, I had to send back the one I received for them to send out a replacement. Annoying, but I can understand from an inventory standpoint. It would be better for them to send out the item that was actually purchased. So I went through the whole process of uninstalling the Yale Nest lock and reinstalling the Kevo lock. I packed up the lock, put the provided label on, and sent it off to New York. Now, Amazon would send the replacement as soon as you requested it. But B&H doesn't cross-ship. They wait to receive the item, check it, and then they send out the replacement. Another annoyance, but I suppose understandable from their end to make sure that they get the item back? I'm still happy with my experience at this point, but notice, there are 2 times so far that the customer has been inconvenienced for the benefit of the company. The return shipping was not the fastest, so it was a bit over a week before that whole process of the return and the replacement was completed, and by that time I had to go out of town for a bit. But when I got back, I was happy to finally be able to install my new smart lock. I opened the package, and it was the version without the Nest Connect again. Now I was starting to get a little annoyed. This time I opened the live chat so I can keep a record of the conversation. I spoke with Ken K and explained the issue. After the explanation, Ken told me, "We'll investigate this to see if we had some error here or if it's indeed supposed to be included." I referenced the multiple places on the page that specify that it included the Nest Connect, and even that the UPC code on the site is different from the UPC code that I have on the box here. The UPC code on the site actually references the one with Nest Connect, as it should. He said he would make a note of that and they would need to investigate. I asked how long that would take, expecting a couple hours at most. Ken said 5 days at most. I told him that this whole ordeal had taken about a month so far. What could possibly take 5 days to investigate? The description on the site is clear, and the product I received is not the product that's shown on the site. It's pretty clear that there's an issue, and there's even an easy method to resolve it. They could just send me the standalone Nest Connect and close the issue from the customer end at least. I understand that they need to investigate what the problem is on their end because there's clearly a problem, but they can at least fulfill what is advertised to the customer in the meantime. Then, Ken said this: I understand, but if this is an error on our website and it's not really supposed to be included, we would unfortunately not be able to ship one. I voiced my dissatisfaction from a customer service perspective, but Ken just said if there was an error, they would try to work something out. This is where I really saw that there's a customer service problem at B&H, and where the pickle comes in. As a teenager, I worked for a bit at Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor. They were a restaurant that specialized in kids' birthdays with all the bells and whistles. I mean, literally. I could still hear the bells and whistles in my ears. One thing that really stuck with me though is that the founder, Bob Farrell, came in one time to talk to us. And what he came to talk to us about was how to give him the pickle. I feel like that needs a little bit of explaining. The story goes that one day a man wrote a letter to Mr. Farrell. In that letter, he said that he loved Farrell's restaurant for years. He loves the noise, the atmosphere, the burgers, and especially the pickles. Then one day, he went in and discovered that he only received one pickle with his order instead of two. He asked the server for the second pickle, and they said they only serve one now. And if he wanted another one, he would have to order a side of pickles for 75 cents. He asked again, and the server held their ground. He told Mr. Farrell, if this is how you're going to run your restaurant, I'm never coming back. Mr. Farrell apologized to the man and thanked him for sending that letter. From that moment on, the rally cry of the company became, "Give him the pickle." While the server was following the directions of management and technically was right in denying the free pickle, from a customer service standpoint, that could be very damaging. Of course, you can't go around giving free stuff to everybody. That's just ripe for abuse. But that's where human judgment comes in. Spending the price of that pickle would have kept that customer. Saving the cost of that pickle could cost them many customers. If that man was upset enough to write a letter to the founder of the company, he surely would have told his family about it and told his friends, and the friends would have told friends. Negative word of mouth travels much faster than positive. So coming back around to B&H, 5 days later, I reached out and connected with Ken K again. All he could tell me was that it was still being investigated and they didn't have an ETA for when it would be resolved. I asked if there was anybody else I can talk with that could give me more details about this investigation. But all Ken could say was, unfortunately, not really. We were waiting for an answer from a few different parties. My initial order was placed November 17th, and as of this filming, December 21st, I still have no idea how this is going to end. When it resolves, I'll post an update, so please subscribe to see how that shakes out. But again, this is that attitude of putting the customer aside for the benefit of the company. I've seen similar stories about B&H putting the customer aside to do their investigations or things that benefit the company here on YouTube and other places. I absolutely understand that they need to figure out what went wrong, but putting the customer in limbo when there's an obvious resolution leaves a bad taste in the customer's mouth. I'm not looking for free stuff, just the correct product that I bought. And this isn't a B&H sucks, go my less than 100 subscribers, boycott them. This is just me taking that energy from the frustration I have and channeling it into a constructive discussion about customer service. So what do you think? Am I being unreasonable, or is B&H dropping the ball here? They may very well fix the issue sometime soon, but all I really wanted was for them to give me the pickle. Please don't take that out of context. Thanks for watching, and never stop having fun.